Hello, my fellow anglers and friends. Welcome back to the channel for your detailed fishing forecast. Today, we're diving deep into what awaits us on the water on December 12th, 2025, across our beloved United Kingdom. Forget your mild autumn memories because this day, my friends, is shaping up to be a true winter's tale. We're talking about a significant shift in conditions, with a real wintry front making its presence known. I've been poring over the data, and let me tell you, this day will either test your resolve or reward your cunning, particularly with snow on the horizon for many regions. Stick with me and you'll discover why this 12th of December offers a unique opportunity to land some impressive fish, even in the cold, and how to outsmart them when they're playing hard to get. Now let's talk tactics for the species that truly shine in these colder months. We'll focus on a couple of freshwater heroes and a saltwater warrior. First up, for our freshwater enthusiasts, let's consider the pike teat. These aggressive predators feed year-round, and winter can be prime time for landing larger specimens. On a day like this, with falling temperatures and potential snow, pike will often be holding tight to cover in deeper, more stable water. Look for them around features like drop-offs, submerged weed beds, dead snags, and even slow-moving canal sections. The key is a slow, deliberate presentation. Forget fast retrieves, think minimal movement. Try a large, slow-sinking lure like a soft plastic or a jerkbait, paused for extended periods. Dead baiting with a smelt, herring, or mackerel on a simple ledger rig can also be incredibly effective, placed right on the bottom in known holding areas. Remember, winter pike are conserving energy, so make your offering irresistible and easy to ambush. Next, the humble but mighty perch. Small perch might move inshore, but the bigger, stripy bronzebacks tend to be more solitary and seek similar deep, sheltered areas as pike. Focus your efforts around bridge pilings, jetties, deeper margins of lakes, and the bends in rivers where the current is slower. Since their metabolism is slower, they won't chase much. My little trick here is to use small jigs with soft plastic grubs, tiny spinners, or a simple float rig with a maggot or worm. The presentation must be slow and precise, practically spoon-feeding them. Try vertical jigging from a boat or bank, keeping your lure in the strike zone for as long as possible. And for those who brave the coast, it's all about the coarse. Winter fishing in the UK is synonymous with cod, as they migrate inshore between October and February, often coming closer to shore for spawning. With the strong possibility of wintry weather, an onshore wind, if it materializes, can actually be your friend, stirring up the seabed and dislodging shellfish and marine worms, attracting bigger fish. Target rough ground marks around 50 to 100 feet deep or around headlands and deep water patches on sandy beaches. Use big smelly baits like squid, lugworm, or peeler crab on a pulley rig to handle the weight and potential rough conditions. Fish during darkness for the best bites, as whiting, a winter staple, also become active then. Keep disturbance to a minimum, as winter waters are often clearer. Now let's break down the conditions themselves and explain why we're going with these tactics. The weather report for December 12th, 2025. We're looking at a distinctly wintry day, my friends. Air temperatures across much of the UK will be quite cold, hovering between 2 and 6 degrees Celsius, or about 36 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In some northern areas, especially Scotland and parts of northern England like Durham and Cumbria, we're expecting actual snowfall to begin, bringing temperatures even closer to freezing. Atmospheric pressure will likely be fluctuating, possibly dropping as this cold front pushes through, which often makes fish a bit more cautious. We'll have light to moderate winds, potentially picking up as the weather system progresses, and expect light rain and showers in many parts, transitioning to snow in the north. This colder air and potential snow will push fish into deeper, more stable water, seeking refuge from the surface chill and any sudden pressure changes. Water temperature. Trends. In our freshwater systems, expect water temperatures to be quite low, likely ranging from 4 to 8 degrees Celsius in deeper areas. Shallower areas will be colder, especially with the fresh snowfall. Coastal waters will also be cold, with sea surface temperatures ranging from approximately 6 to 12 degrees Celsius, depending on your location around the British Isles. Fish metabolism slows dramatically in these colder temperatures, meaning they'll be less active and less inclined to chase fast-moving baits. They're conserving energy, so slow and steady wins the race. The moon phase. On December 12, 2025, the moon will be in a waning crescent phase with about 41 to 48% illumination. While not as intensely active as a full moon, angling folklore suggests that fish can still be influenced by lunar cycles, with some believing waning phases can encourage moderate feeding as the moon's gravitational pull lessens. For our purposes, it means fish might be a little more active during low-light periods like dawn and dusk, even with the reduced illumination. This phase tends to suggest a more subdued bite, requiring careful presentation rather than frantic action. Overall fish activity. Considering the cold air temperatures, potential snow, fluctuating pressure and cold water, overall fish activity will be capricious to moderate. Many coarse fish species, like roach, will be extremely cautious, sticking to the bottom in deeper, more stable areas. However, this day holds good potential for predators, such as pike and perch, especially if you adapt your tactics. They will still need to feed, albeit less frequently. Cod will also be catchable for our sea anglers, as they are geared for winter feeding. The key takeaway is that fish will be conserving energy and seeking warmth. You'll need to locate them in their winter holding patterns and present your baits with extreme patience and subtlety. They won't be chasing. You'll need to put the bait right in front of them. So, my friends, my clear assessment for the 12th of December 2025 is that the bite will be capricious for general coarse fish, but good for well-targeted predators. The cold temperatures, wintry showers, and potentially unstable pressure will make general activity challenging, pushing many fish into deeper, more sheltered areas. However, for those who embrace the elements and employ slow, targeted tactics with the right baits and an understanding of where these winter fish are holding, you will be rewarded. This isn't a day for casual casting. It's a day for the dedicated and observant angler. All right, my fellow anglers, I wish you all tight lines and frosty, but fulfilling bites. May your reels sing and your nets be heavy. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on future forecasts and tips. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to winter fishing baits and which species are you hoping to catch this December? I love hearing your stories and insights.